Have you ever watched the sun sink slowly toward the horizon and wished you could make it last a little longer? Imagine chasing that moment, driving west into the fading light, the sky turning to liquid gold ahead of you. Could you, just by keeping your foot on the gas, stretch the sunset into something almost endless? That's what Michael wanted to know when he asked, what's the longest possible sunset you can experience while driving, assuming you're obeying the speed limit and sticking to paved roads? It sounds romantic, but to answer it, we have to think like scientists and dreamers at the same time. Because to chase a sunset is to race the rotation of an entire planet. Before we hit the road, we need to define what we mean by sunset. For this question, sunset begins the exact instant the sun's lower edge touches the horizon, and it ends when the last sliver of light disappears completely. If the sun dips, pauses, and rises again, that's disqualified. If it simply hides behind a hill or a skyscraper, that doesn't count either. We're talking about a perfect, geometric sunset, the one shaped by the curve of the Earth itself. No tricks, no mountains, no convenient cliffs. Just the sun, the sea, and the slow spin of the world beneath you. At the equator, a sunset lasts a little over 2 minutes. The sun drops fast, like a stone slipping into the ocean. In higher latitudes, say London, it stretches to 3, maybe 5 minutes. The reason? The angle of the Earth. Near the poles, the sun moves sideways across the sky instead of plunging straight down, and that makes twilight linger. In fact, if you were standing perfectly still in London, you're already moving eastward at around 1,000 kilometers per hour because of Earth's rotation. That's the speed you'd need to match in the opposite direction to keep the sun frozen on the horizon. If you could somehow drive west at exactly that speed, the sunset would stop. The world would keep spinning, but you would be moving with it, balancing light and darkness in perfect tension. You could hold the sun still forever, or at least until you ran out of gas. But Michael asked about driving, not flying. So what happens when we take this fantasy down to Earth, onto real roads under real speed limits? At the equator, you'd have to drive at roughly 1,600 kilometers per hour to keep pace with the setting sun. That's faster than a rifle bullet. Not even the fastest car ever built could come close. So maybe, we think, head north. The farther you are from the equator, the slower the Earth's surface moves. Near the poles, that 1,000 kilometers per hour drops to almost zero. You don't have to outrun the planet, you just have to walk around its shoulder. There's a catch, though. There are no highways at the poles, no long paved stretches of asphalt reaching into the ice. The northernmost network of roads belongs to Svalbard, a remote Norwegian archipelago sitting beneath the edge of the Arctic. The main settlement, Longyearbyen, is a place where the sun doesn't rise at all for months in winter, and in summer, it circles the sky without setting. There, when the sun finally does dip below the horizon, the longest natural sunset lasts just under an hour. Drive west, you might gain a few seconds, but not enough to matter. The roads are short, the distance is small, and the world's spin relentless. But there's another trick, one hidden in the geometry of Twilight. Near the Arctic Circle, on certain days of the year, the sun barely sets. It just grazes the horizon, touches it softly, then climbs back up again. On those nights, daylight and darkness chase each other in slow motion. The line dividing night and day, the Terminator line, doesn't sweep smoothly across the Earth. It curves, drifts northwest, hesitates, and even reverses. For a short window of time, you can drive along that line, staying just ahead of the darkness. You can literally drive inside the sunset. Picture this. You're in northern Norway. It's late evening, the air crisp, the horizon glowing gold and pink. The sun lowers until it just kisses the sea. You start the engine and ease north, following the fading light. For miles, the sun slides beside you, never quite falling, never quite rising. Every shadow stretches forever. The colors of the sky melt from amber to violet, then to deep blue, but they don't fade away, they hover. You're suspended in a moving dream, a world where time seems reluctant to pass. Eventually, you'll have to stop, turn south, and cross back into night. But for a while, you'll have done it. You'll have stretched a sunset to almost an hour and a half. 95 minutes of pure twilight. That number didn't come from guesswork. Simulations using real GPS data from Norway's highways suggest that if you time it perfectly, your latitude, your speed, your direction, you can achieve a sunset lasting about 95 minutes. It's roughly 40 minutes longer than the longest stationary sunset anywhere on land. It's not infinite, but it's as close as you'll ever get without wings. Of course, if we leave the road and take to the skies, the story changes. At cruising altitude in a jet, flying west at about 1,000 kilometers per hour, you can keep the sun hanging in place for as long as your fuel lasts. Passengers who have flown transatlantic at sunset may have noticed it. The glow that refuses to fade, hour after hour, as the plane chases dusk across the ocean. You can't outrun time forever, but you can hold it still for a while. Still, there's a certain poetry in doing it the hard way. On the ground, wheels humming, wind slipping past the windows, and the horizon glowing ahead. Driving west toward a setting sun feels like rebellion, like you're defying the clock itself. The world turns, but you refuse to follow. You push back against the spin, not to win, but to feel the fight. You can't stop the sun from setting, but for a few extra heartbeats, you can pretend you've slowed it down. And if you find yourself at the edge of Svalbard one day, with nowhere left to drive, there's one final absurd trick. Stand still. Spin counterclockwise, just a tiny human counter-rotation against the turning Earth. Technically, that motion would slow your relative rotation by an imperceptibly small fraction of a nanosecond. It won't change anything measurable, but maybe in your mind, it'll feel like stealing an instant back from the universe. Because that's what this question is really about. Not the numbers, not the physics. It's about our desire to hold on to beauty a little longer, to stretch the light, to linger in awe. Every sunset carries that longing. Every time we watch the day slip away, we feel it, the wish that it could last forever. And so we chase it, even knowing we can't win. So, can you drive west to lengthen the sunset? Yes, not forever, but for a while. In the right place, at the right moment, with the right stretch of road, you can turn a 2-minute event into something that lasts nearly an hour and a half. You can bend time just enough to feel it slow. And when night finally catches you, as it always does, you'll know something few people ever truly feel. The sensation of standing still while the earth turns beneath you. The sky aflame above, the last light clinging to the edge of the world. Because sometimes, it's not about how far you go. It's about how long you can hold on to wonder.